Today's music education is on Pink Floyd. This legendary UK group began in 1963 when three architectural students at the same school decided to play some music together. Nick Mason, Roger Waters, and Richard Wright. Waters' childhood friend, Syd Barrett, would be pulled in to front the group. They signed with EMI in 1967 and recorded their first album as Pink Floyd. Their first single, Arnold Lane, was immediately banned from radio play for cross-dressing references. Around this time, Barrett began to unravel from frequent LSD use and nervous exhaustion. It became so bad that while they were on tour in the U.S., he would stand motionless instead of miming the songs on TV, or he would ignore and confound hosts such as Dick Clark or Pat Boone by ignoring all their interview questions and staring off into space. His behavior shut down their tour, and they went back to England. Insert David Gilmour. Adding Gilmour in '67 as a fifth member of the band made an immediate impact on the success. They were releasing albums, touring, and making money. Then came Dark Side of the Moon in 1973. This was engineered by Alan Parsons. It was tracked at Abbey Road. Its title is a reference to lunacy and not astrology. It shot straight to the top of the charts. Its staying power is the greatest of all time, lasting 14 years on the charts. It is the world's third best-selling album of all time. They followed this one up with the iconic Wish You Were Here, a tribute to their former frontman and friend, Syd Barrett. It went right to number one. After using the conceptual writing process for Wish You Were Here, Waters continued on that path with another gem in The Wall. This was a complete masterpiece. The Wall ranks as the record industry's third highest-selling album of all time. Their next album, Final Cut, ironically began to show the division between Waters and Gilmour. Gilmour thought the album should contain all new material, while Waters wanted to polish older songs. The recording of this album saw the use of a mediator between Waters and Gilmour. While each one worked independently, writing material for the album, Waters ended up finishing the work first and pushed ahead, writing all lyrics, all songs, and even going as far as leaving Gilmour off of the album credits. This one peaked at number 6 in the U.S., and both Gilmour and Waters focused on their solo careers. Soon Waters began to attempt to dissolve Pink Floyd legally, being turned down in the High Court. The Gilmour-led years brought on Momentary Lapse of Reason in 1987. The first Floyd album without Roger Waters. It shot up to number 3 on the charts, bringing another round of lawsuits from Roger Waters. One specifically citing the flying pink pig, Floyd, used at concerts to be ceased. Pink Floyd responded by making a giant one, a duplicate, only this one had testicles on the undercarriage to separate theirs from the original. In the end, they came to a resolution. Pink Floyd could use the name ongoing, and Waters retained ownership and rights to The Wall. One of the most commercially successful groups of all time, selling over 250 albums worldwide, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Grammys, you name it, they've won it. Sidecar. The band got its name from 2 Piedmont blues records Syd Barrett had in his collection. One was by Pink Anderson and the other by Floyd Council. Sidecar 2. Around the time of The Wall, Richard Wright was fired from Pink Floyd due to being a non-factor in terms of contributions. They later hired him back as a touring member, paying him only $11,000 per week, but leaving him out of all band member royalties. Sidecar 3, Momentary Lapse of Reason, was collateralized by drummer Nick Mason's Ferrari 250 GT. Mason actually owns an entire city block warehouse full of exotic cars. Sidecar 4. Syd Barrett died July 7, 2006, and Richard Wright passed September 15th of 2008. Sidecar 5. Gilmour admitted Momentary Lapse of Reason was difficult without Waters' vision. Waters' response to the album? I think it's facile and quite clever forgery. The songs are poor in general, and Gilmour's lyrics are third-rate. No wonder they had problems. Sidecar 6. Roger Waters, $145 million net worth. David Gilmour, $130 million. Nick Mason, $150 million net worth. What a shame they couldn't make it work longer. Amazing catalog. Have a great day, everybody.